it's Wynter, and this is TrueCherishment15. So, okay, hold on, I gotta pause. That scared me too. I was watching Brother Bear on Netflix, because Netflix is my true love, so I'm always with it. So today's topic is neglect and abuse. Not a really happy topic, but I felt I need to go over it because I know lots of people probably do face some form of this in their life, and I felt that I need to cover it to help people move on or move past it. And it's not an easy process, though I haven't experienced the worst of the two. So I did some research on it. If I start screaming or it's probably because there's a lizard. There's a lizard in my sister's room, and it can get under the door at any time it feels like it. I probably just gave it an idea, but yeah. I'm not scared of lizards, I just really don't want its company right now. There's something else I was gonna tell you. I just can't remember. Oh yeah, I'm really hungry. So I looked at some websites, and I have my website about domestic violence. I wish I would have looked at a book. Would have given me a different perspective. So I'm just gonna read what I have gathered from the site, and also have a little tab where you can go to the site yourself. So it's about domestic domestic violence, which can be partner violence, relationship abuse, spousal abuse, family violence, or battering. Partner violence, I think that's when, besides being in a relationship, I guess it could mean working and that person is being violent towards you because you're not doing something doing something the way they want it done. Relationship abuse could be any kind of relationship you have and that person attacking you. Spousal abuse is when you're married and the abuse that you face in that is more hands-on. Family violence, someone in your family is attacking you, and battering just means boom, boom, boom. Yeah. But domestic violence is most likely to take place between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. I think they said that was significant because of that's the time most people are getting off of work to the time they leave work. So it happens at home mostly, with people that you know. And it's kind of hard to ignore those people because you live with them, and those are supposed to be family times, and that's when people are getting hit. So I'm gonna film from here most of the time. It's gonna be a weird angle though. Yeah, I have my hair in twisties, and I don't know. Okay, anyway, more than 60% of domestic violence incidents happen at home. 1/3 of families in New York City family shelters are there due to domestic violence. That's 1/3 of families. Women between the age 20 to 24 are at greatest risk of becoming victims of domestic violence. I guess that's because women naturally we want to love, and even if someone has done something hurtful to us, we still want to cling on to what we have. So it's harder for women to divide themselves from a relationship, even though it might be bad. Also, I mean, that's when you're still young, and people see you as being I can say this word, vulnerable. Oh, I did it. Like a boss. Okay. I don't know. I haven't been able to speak. Oh my god, it's so hot. Oh my god, I died. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh my gosh. It's literally 84 degrees up here, and I always keep this light off. I keep it off. Yes, that is a word. It means on and off at the same time. No, I keep it off, and I turned it on so I could film and you guys could see me, and oh my god, Oh my god, I'm sweating everywhere. Oh god. Let's move on. So, without help, as soon as possible, boys are more likely to grow up and become abusive towards their partners and children. However, girls who witness domestic violence become more vulnerable to it. So, I mean, I guess boys, they see it and they think that's how you love. And so they go on and they do that. And this, wait, I'm never going to get that right. That piece is just, okay, whatever. Girls who witness it, I guess they think that that's my place. I'm supposed to be weaker than the man, and they become more subject to it. An estimated 3.4 million become victims of stalking in the U.S. each year. I put that on there because it was stalking, and I don't know, it interested me, so I put it on there. It really, I mean, stalking can lead to domestic violence, especially if the stalker kidnaps you and then starts beating you for no reasons and so on. I'm not gonna go into details, but help change these statistics. Like, it starts with you and you standing up for people who are going through domestic violence and you taking a stand against it. Stand up and speak up for yourself and others. Make a difference. This is a hotline. I'll just put it somewhere in this video. Anyway, so, if you are going through an abusive relationship or you know someone, call the hotline, talk to some people about it. So what I would do in an abusive partner relationship, jeez. I feel like I would tell my parents, maybe. I'm trying to think of who I would tell first, between my friends, the school, my grandparents, my sister, and my parents. I think I would actually tell my closest friends first, but then I would really want to tell my parents because I don't want them to go off and do something like, oh no, they're hitting you, I got my back, because that's the kind of friends I have. I wouldn't want them to do that, so I can see how that could go, and it's not looking pretty. I see blood, so I think I would tell my parents first, but I might tell them at the same time. I like just texting my friends and then tell my parents that my boyfriend is abusive, and then I would, I mean, if he's still bothering me at that time, then I would probably tell the school. If he continues to bother me, even though like can't really at school, because that's the only time I would see him, because my parents wouldn't let me hang out with him, or unless he just stalked me in public. I guess after telling the school, then I'd tell the police so I could get a restraining order or something. And then I would tell my grandparents, I guess, and stuff. I guess that's how it go down. But in a abusive parent relationship, if my parents started hitting me, then I would tell the school, and I would tell my grandparents. I would tell, I think, my closest friends, then my sister. And I know that seems wrong, that I should tell my sister first, but I feel like they would only be hitting me just because of the relationship we have. Like, I don't feel that they would be abusing both of us at the same time. But if it was, then I wouldn't have to tell her. She'd know. So I'd go ahead and I tell the school and my friends and my grandparents. I'd probably try to tell my grandparents within the first 2 days of when it got really, really bad, or when I was fed up with it. You know, I just started thinking, like, I should probably tell my boyfriend or my parents that they are abusing me. Sometimes people don't know that. It's like, it's hard not to know, hey, I'm hitting this person really hard and they don't like it, but some people, they don't know that. So I guess I would tell them first and then wait to see how they reacted to it. And if they didn't and they just kept hitting me, then that's when I would go ahead and tell all those people. But leaving off from the school, I guess I would tell after I told the school. My grandparents and my friends and my sister and all my other friends. Yeah, all the police. I'd get all of them. So I think that's how I would tell people. I mean, I don't know how I would tell them. It'd be really awkward. It'd be like, my boyfriend is abusing me and I have bruises. And I told him to stop and he wouldn't. Or I tell them about my parents. That would be probably harder. Be like, my parents are hitting me and I have bruises and they tried to kill me with a knife. I would just have to like say it really quick because I couldn't. It's really emotional to say things like that. But moving on. So neglect. This just got brighter, didn't it? Okay. Neglect is the state of being uncared for. I think the most common type of neglect, or most well known, is child neglect, or being neglected as a child. So in 2012, I can say this number, I'm so special. 678,810 children were determined to be victims of abuse and or neglect. 78% of those children were victims of neglect, and many who face neglect are taken from their guardians. They're placed in the foster care. And I didn't go into that because I'm going to do another video on neglect, and it's going to go into a lot more detail than what I have right here. So now I'm going to look at ways it can be neglected. So it's uncared for. I mean, people don't care for you. Like, I don't really care about that person. Or they could just say, oh, I'm not going to feed you, I'm not going to give you shelter, and not care for you. So, but it could be from socially, physically, emotionally. There's like, I mean, socially, people stop talking to you. Emotionally, is when they don't care for your emotions and they're kind of using you. And then of course you just have your neglect, where they just put you off to the side. So I think those are ways that you can be neglected. So what would I do if my parents neglected me and they just didn't feed me or anything like that? I'd probably tell my grandparents, and I would go and live with my grandma. If that didn't work, I'd see if I could live with one of my friends. I'd have to probably get a job to help. But I mean, I don't cost that much, and I'll eat less. That might even be good, so I can lose some weight. But then I'd have to tell the school too, because then my address would probably change. So yeah, I would tell my grandparents, then I would tell the authorities, and I would tell the school and my friends and everything. And yeah, what did I do if my group of friends at school abandoned me? I think in a way I feel like that's kind of happening now. It's not like they're physically like leaving me or abandoning them, or can I speak? Or abandoning me. It's more of Oh yeah, I put toothpaste on my nose. I don't know which side I put it on. Wait. There it is. Yeah, it's kind of bump and it was bothersome. I'm sorry, I just zoned out. Oh, we're gonna get this. If my group of friends at school abandoned me, I kind of feel like that is because it's more me. I don't really know what's going on with me. I don't know. I can't describe it, but I'm going through something, and I've been like pushing people away. I guess I don't know, cause I'm in this exact situation. I really have no idea what to do. I really don't know. I guess I would find a way to let it all out. Find something to confide in, because that's what friends are for. They're there for you to talk to let it out, to help you solve problems. So without them, I mean, you don't have that, and it's really hard, and it feels like freshman year all over again. For some people, freshman year wasn't that bad, but my freshman year was a year from hell. That's kind of why I don't like my school, because of freshman year and how awful it was. Anyway, well, that's all I have for this video. But please, if you are in an abusive relationship, do all you can to end it and leave the relationship. I know that's easier said than done, but find the resources, find people that you can trust, and get out. Well, that's all I have. Okay, remember, forgive and live. Bye.